This is a good feeling. Wow, what a river. Ah, good morning. Look at that. That is a cut log. First one I've seen in I don't know how long in this unholy tangled mess. And there's another one. Oh, but I'm getting through it. If I can make it to the river today, I'm gonna be so happy. Slept okay last night on that miserable, semi-flat, rocky hunk of ground, and feeling pretty good about where I'm at right now. So water in here, look at that. So I didn't have to carry all that. So at the top of the Goat Creek drainage, and once you're over the ridge, as you can hear, there's water, you're along water. The trail becomes lovely, shaded. So don't despair. I am so glad that I was prepped for that, because that is a heartbreaker stretch. Well, I found out why this trail is so pleasant. This is Ditch Creek Trail. I am not on Moose Ridge at all. There's even a sign that I missed. Mile and a half down there. Mile and a half back up. And all I had to do was pay attention. You can see the trail under there, but it is obviously just a series of hurdles. Most of these are low, so they're not terrible. And hopefully I can continue to at least follow the trail. Guys, that is a brand spanking new cut. I have hit new trail maintenance, and I could not be happier. I was trying to I figured if I make a mile an hour today, that'll get me where I need to be. And I'm about that, except for the 2-hour, 3-mile detour I took. So I didn't think I was gonna make it. Oh, look at that. Bless you, trail maintainers. So now I might be able to make my pace. I might be able to make it out of the cellway. Did not miss that sign for Moose Ridge. I did take a little bit of a wrong turn there, but I can get right back on her up here. And it gave me still stunning views all the way back around here. Right down there is Bitch Lake. I assume it's called that because it's got to be a complete bitch to get down in there. And I still can't get over that view. Wow. Back. That last one wasn't Bitch Lake. That is Bitch Lake. But I assume it was named for the same reason. That other little one is just a puddle, even bitchier lake. Oh, pretty down there. I bet if you did get down there, you would have the whole place to yourself. I would guess that there are maybe two reasons I can think of why the Idaho Centennial Trail would do that horrible Moose Ridge Trail. One is there may be limited places you can cross the cellway, and that might be the way you gotta go. And two, this view right here. Really beautiful evening. I made it. So the story I told myself was partially true. For some of it, Moose Ridge was exactly what I had expected. And for some of it today, thanks to the heroic efforts of valiant trail maintainers, it was lovely. Now, I cross the bridge. This is awesome. I'm so happy I made it here today. When I saw that trail maintenance, I was just overjoyed. I'd have never made it down. I'd still be fighting through deadfall up there. Saved me hours of hard labor. A few deer up there on the runway. I decided to hike up to the ranger station here to see if I can get the scoop on trail conditions, to see if the ICT route is good or if they'd recommend another. A couple of guys in plains camping in here. Looks like a really nice night. This is the Moose Creek Ranger Station. I just met and talked with Val and Tucker, and they were very nice and gave me very good information. I'm taking a completely different route out of here than I would have otherwise, and I'm very happy about it. So, well worth the walk up the hill to the ranger station. I didn't know that's the noise that a deer makes. There's my home for the night, right here by the weather station. Ranger station's just over there. It's gonna be a great night, cowboy camping. Good morning from the East Moose Creek Trail on what I believe to be my penultimate day. I am hiking this trail at the recommendation of Val and Tucker from the ranger station. She said, take this trail. She gave me all the connectors. I'm gonna go up to Fish Lake. I think I'm gonna hike out on what's called Boundary Creek or Boulder Creek or something. She said this is good trail, it's scenic. I am very happy I decided to hike up the hill instead of just heading down the river last night. I am looking forward to a couple of chill final days out here. Look at this luxury hiking. First off, the trail's been phenomenal. Just cleared and wide and yeah, a little brushy, but not anything like I've been through. And now look at this. This is a highway through the Selway, and it's gorgeous. All right, in this gorgeous meadow, I am now turning on to North Moose. Pretty little spot here along North Moose Creek. Very good trail. Now I gotta stop and fill my bottle out of that spring. Look at that. Gorgeous. All right, this is the intersection of North Moose Creek over there, big massive cedars, and Rhoda Creek over there. Just a lovely place to camp in here if you wanted to do that. Among the giant cedars. Just incredible trees. Look at the size of that one. Crazy. It's pretty magical down in here. size of those tree tumors. Look at this. This is crazy. The Wounded Doe Creek Trail. Up that way. So far, Val and Tucker steered me right. Moose Creek was great. The little stretch on Rhoda Creek was challenging. Right after the Sacred Grove there, the trail goes up on a side hill and it got tough. But pretty decent after that, and I'm hoping Wounded Doe Creek is just as good. I'd like to get to Wounded Doe Licks tonight. 6.5 miles is pretty good up, so I'm not pushing too super hard. I'm 25 miles from being out right here. So whatever I get is gravy. If I could get to Fish Lake tonight, that would be incredible, but we'll just see what the trail brings. Fish Lake, 3.1 miles over the hill. I was hoping, because this is a junction, that I would find a campsite. The meadow through here, though, the grass is like so long and luxurious that I don't know. Maybe the campsite's just overgrown, but if I could cowboy camp, it would be the softest bed I've ever had. But there are a lot of bugs. Done for the day. Those first 10 miles were super cruisy and those last 10 miles were not. But I think I've set myself up well enough to make it out tomorrow. So. There's the brushy hillside I just walked through. Morning of day 12. Maybe the last day at this rate. I don't know. I'm headed the right direction, but I am not on trail, which is unfortunate because it is, again, just lushly overgrown. It's very beautiful. Very hard to push through, especially that stuff right there. But we continue. 3.1 miles to Fish Lake, and then I've been assured that Boulder Creek Trail is good. So I can fight through this as long as I know good trail's coming. Right? Right. Top of the Fish Lake connector, the trail of my dreams. Flat, clear, running next to a little stream. Oh, this is it. Right. Fish Lake connection, Fish Lake guard station, and Butte Trail. Now, and Butte Trail would stay high. You don't have to drop into Fish Lake and then climb back out. But only a great fool would trade a well-maintained trail for a not-maintained trail. Clearly, I am not a great fool, so I will not be taking that trail. I will drop down, I will climb back up. I will do that all day long to stay on maintained trail. I talked to Pete and Levi, Val's husband, the Forest Service packer up here, and he said that's 18 miles from where I was at to Wilderness Gateway. Once I'm past the saddle, it's almost all downhill, so I think I'm gonna make it. I'm feeling good, feeling like today's the day. So if I can get up out of this saddle before the heat gets too intense, it'll be good, because he says it's gonna be 103 today down at Wilderness Gateway. So gonna be a hot afternoon, but if it's the last one, I can deal with it. Well, I knew if I worked hard and applied myself, I might get a view of Fish Lake and the airstrip. And there it is. This is Fish Lake Saddle. Once I'm through here, it is all downhill. Victory lap. Gentle, beautiful, downhill, lots of shade, water. This is my little treat. This is the dessert trail. I wonder why it's called Boulder Creek. I think I'm within 2 or 3 miles of Wilderness Gateway. So, I might as well give my recap, my thoughts. First thought, of course, is always gratitude. I am so grateful to Courtney for supporting me in this dumb thing I've got to do to feel good about myself. She's amazing, and I love her so much. And I'm grateful to my mom and dad who enable this stupid thing I got to do to feel good about myself. They got me to the trailhead. They got a car waiting for me. And they've always been so loving and supportive. And again, I talked about this before, but without that safety net, knowing that there are people who would come get you no matter where you get yourself in trouble, that lets me do this. Thoughts on this trail right here? This is amazing. If the entire Frank Church and Selway Trail was as well maintained as Boulder Creek, you could hike it in 10 days and it would be one of the most popular trails in the entire world. Obviously, that won't happen, but my suggestion is we rebrand the Idaho Centennial Trail to the Idaho Trail, like the Colorado Trail, and the Arizona Trail, and the Florida Trail. And we institute an annual 1-week wilderness purge. No wilderness rules apply. You get a couple of badasses like Peter and Henry on motorcycles with chainsaws. You cut as far out as you can. And wouldn't have to be a big one, but a small bulldozer going down Moose Ridge to open that one up. You'd really have something. And I guess the final thing I feel is really a sense of accomplishment. Of all the hiking I've done over the last 4 years, this has been the most challenging section, I think. For my age and experience and fitness, this is about all I wanted. And like before, the only way I could make myself do the whole thing was to trick myself and give myself no opportunity to quit, because I 100% would have at Poet Creek. So I feel kind of like a badass. I've met this challenge. It'll be, I don't know what it'll be, like 270 miles in 12 days over some beautiful but rough country. That ain't nothing. So really happy with how it went. Super happy that I came out obviously scraped and exhausted, but not injured. And yeah, what an amazing 12 days. I also just met the first other ICT hiker I've ever met out there. His name was Ken. He's from Meridian, and he's doing a section, and it was really cool to meet somebody else out here doing this magnificent and underappreciated trail. There's my ride. The key was supposed to be up under the fender, but I think a squirrel decided to give that a chew and pulled it out for me. So thanks, squirrel. Now I don't even have to hunt for it. Those shoes were brand new 270 miles and 12 days ago.